Have you ever stumbled upon a book that no one can understand? Such is the enigma of the Voynich manuscript, a mysterious book that has perplexed scholars and codebreakers for centuries. Discovered in the year 1912 by Polish book dealer Wilfred Voynich, from whom it takes its name, the manuscript is a cryptic collection of parchment pages filled with strange illustrations and written in an unknown language. The manuscript's pages, numbering around 240, are adorned with botanical, astronomical, and biological drawings, interspersed with an array of perplexing diagrams. These illustrations are as much a mystery as the text itself, depicting plants that are unidentifiable, celestial maps that don't align with known constellations, and seemingly fantastical creatures. The text, written from left to right in a flowing script, appears to be a language, but none that has ever been encountered or deciphered. Despite the efforts of countless cryptographers, linguists, and even code-breaking machines, the Voynich manuscript's language remains an unresolved mystery. Some theories suggest it might be a complex cipher, a lost language, or even an elaborate hoax. Who wrote this confounding book? Theories abound, ranging from the plausible to the fantastical. Some suggest it was the work of a medieval alchemist, a secretive sect, or even an extraterrestrial visitor. The manuscript's carbon dating places it in the early 15th century, yet its origin and authorship remain unknown. What's its purpose? The book's illustrations hint at a scientific or medicinal purpose, possibly a herbal manual, an astronomical guide, or a pharmacopoeia. Yet without a key to crack the code, these conjectures remain just that, theories. And yet, the Voynich manuscript remains a cryptic puzzle, its secrets locked away in its indecipherable pages. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of our world, this unreadable book stands as a testament to the enduring allure of the unknown. What if I told you there's a pit that people believe holds unimaginable treasures, yet no one has ever found anything? Let's venture into the mysterious saga of the Oak Island Money Pit. Tucked away on a tiny island in Nova Scotia, this pit is a conundrum that has piqued the interest of treasure hunters for centuries. The story begins in the late 18th century when three young men discovered a circular depression in the ground. Their curiosity piqued, they began to dig, and what they found was a pit filled with layers of logs, charcoal, and putty. A stone slab inscribed with mysterious symbols was unearthed at around 90 feet. This sparked a treasure-hunting frenzy that has continued to this day. Over the centuries, numerous expeditions have attempted to excavate the pit's elusive riches, from pirate gold to the lost manuscripts of Shakespeare, even the Holy Grail. Yet, the pit has been as secretive as it has been enticing. The more they dug, the more it seemed to fight back. Flood tunnels, booby traps, and an enigmatic cipher stone have kept the supposed treasure out of reach. Despite countless attempts, nobody has managed to reach the bottom or validate the legends. But the allure of the unknown keeps drawing in the hopeful. Perhaps it's the thrill of the hunt, the allure of untold wealth, or the satisfaction of solving a centuries-old mystery that keeps people coming back. The lack of concrete findings has led some to dismiss the pit as a wild goose chase, a fool's errand. Yet others maintain a steadfast belief in the pit's hidden riches. They argue that the complex engineering and intricate traps point to something valuable worth protecting. As we stand today, the Oak Island Money Pit is a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. Its secrets remain buried deep, refusing to be unearthed. The question remains, is it a treasure trove waiting to reveal its riches, or just a sinkhole of dashed hopes and wasted efforts? The Oak Island Money Pit continues to lure treasure hunters, its mysteries as deep as its fabled depths. Imagine finding a ship sailing aimlessly with not a soul on board. What could have happened to its crew? Picture this. The year is 1872, and the merchant ship Mary Celeste is discovered drifting in the choppy waters of the Atlantic Ocean. The ship is in impeccable condition, the cargo fully intact, and yet the crew is nowhere to be found. It's as if they've vanished into thin air, leaving behind a ghost ship on an eternal journey. The Mary Celeste set sail from New York City on November 7, 1872. On board were Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife, their 2-year-old daughter, and a crew of 7. Their destination was Genoa, Italy, but they never arrived. The ship was found a month later, on December 5th, by the crew of the British ship DEI Gracia. The Mary Celeste was some 500 miles off the coast of Portugal, its sails partially set and lifeboat missing. The ship's logbook last entry was dated 10 days prior to the discovery. The entries gave no indication of trouble, the weather had been fair, and the crew competent. So what could have led to the sudden and unexplained abandonment of a perfectly sound ship? Over the years, theories have ranged from seaquakes to waterspouts, from mutiny to pirate attacks, even to an attack by a giant squid. Some suggest the crew drank the ship's cargo of alcohol, leading to madness and their eventual demise. Others propose more paranormal explanations like alien abductions or ghostly interventions. Yet none of these theories can fully explain the mysterious circumstances of the Mary Celeste. Despite rigorous investigations, no evidence of foul play was ever found. No bodies were discovered, and the crew was never seen or heard from again. It's as if they disappeared, leaving behind a floating enigma, a riddle on the high seas. The fate of the Mary Celeste's crew remains an unsolved maritime mystery, their story adrift on the open seas. It's a chilling reminder of the sea's vastness and the unknown dangers that might lurk beneath its surface. The Mary Celeste continues to sail through the annals of maritime history, a ghost ship with a tale that continues to captivate and baffle us, even today. Can you picture a town where people danced uncontrollably, some even to their deaths, and no one knew why? In the heart of the bustling city of Strasbourg, France, in the year 1518, a most peculiar occurrence unfolded. It all began with a single woman. Mrs. Trophea, as she was known, suddenly started to dance. There was no music, no celebration, nothing that would typically incite such behavior. Yet, she danced. She danced without pause, without rest, for nearly a week. This was no merry jig or celebratory waltz. It was an unending, frenzied dance of despair. Her feet bled, her body convulsed, and her face was a mask of terror. But the horror didn't end there. What started as one woman's inexplicable dancing spell soon spread like wildfire. Within a month, hundreds of Strasbourg citizens were seized by the same uncontrollable urge to dance. Day and night, the city streets echoed with the sound of pounding feet and anguished cries. The spectacle was nothing short of surreal. But the strangest part of this tale wasn't the dancing itself. It was the fact that some danced until they literally dropped dead. Theories abound about what could have caused this deadly dance. Some speculate it was a case of mass hysteria, a collective psychological break triggered by the extreme stress of famine and disease. Others propose a physiological cause, such as a toxic fungus known as ergot, which can cause hallucinations and convulsions. Yet none of these theories fully explain the events that transpired. Why did it start? Why did it stop? And why did it never happen again? The dancing plague of 1518 remains one of history's most bizarre, unsolved mysteries. In the end, all we are left with is an eerie tale of a time when death danced through the streets of Strasbourg, claiming lives in a macabre ballet. The cause of the dancing plague remains unknown, a macabre dance etched into the annals of history. Have you heard of a mighty Christian king ruling a vast, wealthy kingdom, yet no one knows where? This is the legend of Prester John, a story that has been whispered in the corridors of history, a tale that has ignited the imagination of explorers and scholars alike. Prester John was said to be a monarch of incomparable power and wealth. His kingdom was described as a paradise on earth, nestled somewhere in the east. It was said to be a land of gold and precious stones, of miraculous fountains and fantastical beasts. The stories painted an image so vivid that it was almost as if one could reach out and touch the opulent fabric of this mythical realm. The allure of this enigmatic king and his lost kingdom was irresistible. Throughout the Middle Ages, many expeditions were launched in the hopes of discovering this Eastern Eden. These journeys took brave explorers across vast deserts, towering mountains, and treacherous seas. Yet, despite their best efforts, the kingdom of Prester John remained elusive, a tantalizing mirage in the desert of the unknown. But who was Prester John, really? Was he a real historical figure or simply a product of fanciful imagination? Theories abound, with some suggesting he may have been a Nestorian Christian ruler in Asia, or perhaps an Ethiopian monarch. Others argue that he was a symbolic figure, embodying the hope for a Christian ally in the battle against the Islamic world. The location of Prester John's kingdom is equally enigmatic. Was it situated in Asia, as many medieval maps suggest, or was it hidden in the heart of Africa? The truth is, we may never know. The kingdom of Prester John, much like the man himself, remains shrouded in mystery. The legend of Prester John, a tale of a glorious kingdom and a powerful king, continues to captivate us. It's a story woven from the threads of hope, faith, and the eternal human yearning for discovery. Despite the passage of centuries, the legend endures, its mysteries unsolved, its allure undiminished. The legend of Prester John remains an elusive tale, a mythical kingdom lost in the mists of time,